Greetings of peace and love. Woo! Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Woo! How is everyone feeling on this beautiful conjunction day of duality, opposing forces, alignment? That's what I like to put it as, because that's exactly what it is. So welcome, before I even get into that, welcome to another Mindfulness Mondays. What is mindfulness? All the scholars out there repeat it back to me. Mindfulness is having a self-awareness of what? Your thoughts, your way of being, your words that you are speaking, your mannerisms, your body language, your energy that you are giving off moment by moment. So every Monday, that's what we talk about. And in that, I choose these wonderful self-mastery cards to let us know what is our mastery for the week. So all the cards have different words on them. And there's expression to let you know what you can master in this life and how you shall master it. So, and then after that, I choose what these lovely power cards that have different words of like withdraw and discern and to face. And it teaches us our power within that as well. So, how is everyone feeling once again on this beautiful day? And that song, everyone that's in my age group, the lovely, age group of the 40s will know that song and where it came from. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? How about I give out a free gift to the first person that can tell me where that song comes from? Yes. So the first person to comment in the comment section, where's that song from? And everyone should be bing right now in the comments. Love that show. I mean, my gosh, that show was so informative, when we were younger. It's like you could learn anything. You learn anything through that show. They had the songs to go with just about anything you wanted to learn, and there's so many of those songs that I know like to this very day because of that show. So again, welcome to everyone that is watching. So much love and alignment again on this beautiful day. I was just saying that I'm going to give out a free gift to anyone that can tell me where that jingle that I just sang comes from. So I'm going to sing it one more time. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? To celebrate today's lovely conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter coming together. So, what does this mean? Because there's been so much talk about this conjunction coming together and this great alignment that's happening. But I want to really talk about what it really truly means. Because we know that Saturn and Jupiter are these opposing forces, opposing energies, supposed to be like against each other, right? But to me, it's so significant of what's happening within us, the duality within us. And what this is teaching us is that, guess what? When these two forces come together, there is a great alignment. Right now, they're like this, apart from each other. And it's teaching us that we have to align. We have to align those opposing forces, like our shadow self, versus our light bodies. We have to align them. And in that, we reach samadhi, which I have learned in studying Kriya Yoga. We become one. And it's interesting because during this life cycle, that is what the universe has been trying to show me this whole entire time. Many people that know me know that I have all of these like personalities and aspects of myself, and they all have names, and I was always separating them. I'm like, well, this is Summer, and this is the fairy or the ballerina, in which I like to call her. And then I had one aspect, which was my sensual side, which is called sin of men, and it doesn't mean sin in the way in which you guys probably think it is. SINN, which is like a German word, which means like, the everything, all the senses, one. So all of man. And so I would always talk about well, this one is this one, and I felt like this one was opposite, of that one, and it's like, oh, how could I be this sensual, sexual, like, feminine essence, and then be, this scholar and intellectual being, and, teacher, and, then I had, my other aspect, which I call the fairy, she's so loving, and if anyone really knows about fairies, you'll know, like, what that means, to be a fairy. But we are the protectors, especially, of women. So it's like we can be so loving and we can be just but it's like mess with somebody, or we feel like, you're trying to harm someone, and we coming out slicing and dicing. So, but the point is that during this last 3 months, I have been in such an intense isolation. And when I tell you, all I've been doing is meditating and yoga and mantras and chanting and purging. I have released so much stuff in these last, I would actually probably say 5 months. And I, changed my way of eating so many, different times. And it was like, Spirit was calling me to really just cleanse and detox in so many ways. So I was just doing smoothies and juice. Shout out again to Keela and Cinnaberry over there, DYL Method, and just detoxing, because I was getting so many messages and downloads and receiving so much information. Your body really has to be clear when that's happening. It has to be clear. So, but in all of that, I learned so much about myself and became so much in tune. And it's really just about being, coming into your most authentic self and really stepping forward in that, and finding grace in that, and really loving yourself, your whole self, all of you. That's the shadow aspect and the light. Loving them equally, because that shadow part of yourself, people like to hide and oh, well, this is the ugly side of me and this is me. But you don't understand the strength, because one of my shadow sides was, again, my fairy, who I just thought she was just hell on wheels. Hell, fire, and brimstone. You hear me? Cutting up, cut your neck off. I call her my Kali Ma. Just slicing the ego. That would be, And I was for long periods of my life, probably 10, 15 years of my life, I was this being, she was so angry, and she was just so, coming at you, oh, you disrespect, I know, people are like, you? You're so loving. I am. That is an aspect of myself too, but I had that shadow. So that was she come out swinging. And I tell people all the time, she in the back pocket now. Don't, us being spiritual beings, just because, we're walking around tiptoeing through the tulips, don't mean we don't have that other being in the back pocket we can pull on out, if something really, really goes down. But I shunned her and I shamed her, and I was like, oh gosh, that's not me. I am such a loving, kind being now. So, I have no time for her. But, the universal essence, the absolute, the all, the ultimate love, the unity, God showed me that she was necessary. And I often, I've told, a little parts of my story, but I grew up being raped and molested since I was 3 years young till about 13. And in that, all of these personalities was born, because anyone, again, like I've said before, has experienced or have gone through that experience of that type of trauma. You pocket parts of yourself so that you can protect the most innocent aspects, and so you form this external being that is always on the defensive, protector, because you're so used to people taking advantage, of your being, of your soul. So it's parts of you have to hide. And so I walked around for years being protected, I never cried. Okay, people my friends, family could tell you that they have never seen me. The only time they ever saw me cry was at my mom's funeral, or transcendence, celebration, so I like to say. And because I was no, you're never going to penetrate me. You're not going to no, I'm not letting anybody through. I had the defenses up. And but once I came into myself and I started to heal that, I then became, like I said, like shamed of that part of me. And I was like, oh my God, here she is. Oh. But then in my meditation and like I said, especially in this last 2 years, that's been cleansing and purging. And then in the last 3 months, I really had to look at that part. I had to look at her and I had to thank her. And if anyone knows anything about, really healing, you really want to do some healing and shadow work, I really, really suggest a meditation called Ho'oponopono. It is, and excuse me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but it's a Hawaiian ritual where you really bring forth those parts of you that you need to thank and you need to apologize to for not loving those aspects. And I went so hard and I was doing it every day and I was just bringing up those aspects of me that I had shamed and felt guilty about all these years, because I had to realize that those aspects of me was so necessary at that time. And if it wasn't for that aspect of me, I would not be here, because she was my strength. She was my protector. She helped me to make it through all those times where I was being violated, my spirit being killed and damaged. And although obviously my spirit was very, very strong, because I'm still here and I'm sitting here with you all smiling, telling the story. And blessings for the love. Yes, blessings to you. But it's so beautiful, Soul Tribe, to accept all aspects of you. It really is. And again, I'm not speaking of if you're, harming or being hurtful to others. That's not what I'm speaking of. You're like, yep, well, I'm this, and I'm just gonna walk around, continue to be this. No, it's about taking the strength of that energy and transmuting it, to light, and using it, to help others and to love, That's what I'm saying. So it's like, love all aspects of you. You sassy, you love it. If you're no nonsense, you gotta love it. If you're a person that stands in your truth, you gotta love it. If you're a funny being and you like to be funny, you gotta love it. It's just like, but again, loving those aspects and transmuting them. It's about taking the lower aspects of ourselves and bringing them up, and finding the power in them and utilizing it for love. So, again, the Jupiter and Saturn, that's what it represents for me. It is the aligning of those opposing forces so that we can have balance, because balance in all things is key. Balance in all things is key, so be balanced. Take this time today and really just go within and speak those affirmations. And speaking of affirmations, I always tell you guys the happy little journal, right? Journaling. Get your journals. And I have my other one where I do my, like I said, daily guidance. I pull the self-mastery cards for myself every single day and the power cards every single day. And I journal and I write my thoughts down, and I also write down what it is I'm manifesting for that day. My intentions, I set my intentions. I put my gratitude in here, what I'm grateful for. Another practice that you guys need to do every day is when you wake up, when you first open up your eyes, the first thing you should do is smile. Smile. Smiling when you first wake up, I'm telling you, will change your whole entire day. Just by smiling, as soon as you open your eyes. As soon as you feel yourself stretching, smile and see what happens. Changes everything. No matter what happened, what's going on, it'll change everything. So, affirmations. So, I'm going to give you an affirmation for today. Let's see. Okay, I like this one. Letting go is easy. I freely and easily release the old and joyously welcome in the new. Yes. Letting go is easy. I freely and easily release the old and joyously welcome in the new. Write that down. Write that down. I like also, I am well balanced. I am well balanced in all things. In all things and in all ways, I am balanced. Yes. I say. And to go over last week, how was your peace? How was your peace last week? Did you experience peace? Did you walk around understanding and knowing that you are peace and you have a peaceful heart and your way is peace? And in all things there was peace? Oh, I'm like, oh, I know what's missing. I'm like, where are my glasses? Don't forget about that. I was about to look at these words and Spirit was like, something is missing. You need those glasses. You need those glasses. Let me pull this down just a little bit. All right. Get on my handy dandy glasses. Like I said, from my good old grandfather. These are like some retro eyeglasses, and I love them. They're so, I say, like, I can't believe they actually fit me, and they were like so perfect for my face. See when the ancestors like come through for you? There we are. Everything's crystal clear now. So peace last week was, I am peace. My heart is peaceful. My purpose is peace. My true home is the world of uninterrupted quietness. As a master, I am at peace with myself and with the world outside. So that's what you were supposed to be carrying around with you last week. Your peace, your peace, your peace. You know what they say, be in peace or be in pieces. Be at peace or be in pieces. Okay, let me check my time, because I'm like, ooh, it's 12:17 already. Ooh. So let's jump into the lesson for this week. And all those that went out and bought The Science of Mind, you guys can read along with me, because like I said, this is importante. This book, lovely, lovely little book. You want to get your mind right? Hashtag get your mind right. This is how to do it. Or, I'm going to put out that lovely little plug. As you guys see, I am doing a 50% off of my 3-finger consultations, 3-finger coaching by summer solstice. What is the 3-finger coaching? Every time you do this, those 3 fingers is pointing back at you. So I tell people, forget about he, she, it, or them, always pointing that finger at somebody else. You are the creator of your reality. You are responsible for all that you draw to you, whether it be a thing, place, or person. All things that have transpired in your life are drawn from you. You put the energy out there, and then you draw experience to yourself again to help you to grow. So a lot of you, it's time to grow and let go. Okay, let go and grow. And if you cannot do it by yourself, your sister is here to help you, because I am telling you, when I say to you that I will help you to change your life, that's a guarantee. A guarantee. I have, and I always like to get away from the I. Spirit, okay, the one, the unity, has gifted me with gifts in order to assist others into letting go, seeing you in all situations. Now, I'm going to be really real with you guys, and and all those that have come to me, they be like, woo, you made me cry, you made me laugh, you made me look at myself, you done hurt my feelings, but at the end of it, they are changed. So go on over to my website, www.summer, solstice, solstice.com, and you will see, as soon as you go on the page, you'll see 3-finger consultation. Click on that and use code GIVEBACK, all capital space in between give and back, to get your 50% off. Book your session today. Don't wait. Don't bring that mess into 2021. Don't bring your hurt, your traumas, and your pain and your past over into 2021. You got to heal that now. It's time. It is time. And moving on to the lesson, the law of correspondence. So as a lot of you know, that there are laws in this land, on this earthly plane. And these laws govern this plane. Like you have the law of polarity, the law of correspondence, the law of attraction, which most people know all about, the law of attraction. Everybody like the law of attraction, the law of attraction, the law of attraction. But do you know about the law of correspondence? And what is a correspondence? It's just like, okay, if you send out a letter, you know what I mean? What do you get back in response? A correspondence, which is what? A reply. So this is about what you put out. What you get back is the correspondence. So let's read it, okay? The limits of our ability to demonstrate depends on our ability to provide a mental equivalent of our desire. Let's pause right there. So when they say demonstrate, so that means what we manifest. Because with our thoughts are being demonstrated in our reality, in our waking life. So this is the demonstration. All that you see before you and all that's happening, that's your demonstration, okay? So when it says the limit of our ability to demonstrate, which is to create, depends on our ability to provide a mental equivalent of our desire. Equivalent, equal to, okay, to what we desire. For the law of correspondences works from the belief to the thing. But we can provide a greater mental equivalent through the unfolding of consciousness. And this growth from within will finally lead to what? Freedom. Freedom. Yes. What we demonstrate today, tomorrow, and the next day is not as important as the tendency which our thought is taking. Let's go over that one more time. What we demonstrate, create, okay, today, tomorrow, and the next day is not as important as the tendency which our thought is taking. So what's the tendency? We're talking about negative or positive tendency. Okay, which way is your thoughts? Which way is your thought process? And that's why, if you guys remember at the very beginning, I think one of the first sessions that I did, I was telling you guys about putting the pennies in the jar, about your thoughts. Every time you have a negative thought, and you can still do that now, I still encourage you to do that. Every time you have a negative thought, put a penny in a jar, because at the end of the week or month or however long you want to do it, you will see how many negative thoughts you are putting out there for yourself. And then it will actually wake you up to an aha moment as to why things is transpiring in life the way that they are. And why all of a sudden you feel like you're on the negative hamster wheel constantly. Because a lot of people be like, I don't know why these things is happening to me. I don't know why all this keeps happening to me. This keeps happening to me. I don't know why. And I be like, it's because it's you. The three fingers. It's you. Because you like, this is happening to me. He, she, it, they is doing this. No, it's you. You. It's up in here. It's what you're thinking. It's what you're projecting. It's what you're demonstrating. So, the tendency which your thought is taking. If everyday things are a little better, a little happier, a little more harmonious, a little more health-giving and joyous, if each day we are expressing more life, we are going in the right direction. So each day, if you're expressing more life and you giving out life, you know what I mean? And you like, life is good. You know, listen to that song. I love that song. That life is good. You know, I may have some other stuff in it I don't agree with, but the concept, that tagline, I'm all about that life. How about that? And so we meditate, and this is why I always encourage you, get your meditation on daily. I meditate like 3 times a day. Okay? Every time I feel like I'm a little confused, I get in my meditation. Okay, I may be feeling like something else is creeping up that I don't like. I'm getting in my meditation. I do a meditation with everything. I listen to frequency music. I'm in it because guess what? I have no choice in my mind to always vibrate. Okay, at the highest of frequency. Because when you vibrate at the highest of frequency, you can manifest everything that you desire. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. So, but when you're in lower vibration, you're not manifesting a thing, but that all those negative stuff that keep coming to you, that you keep wondering about why, why. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We're talking about the law of correspondence. That's what we're talking about here today. And so we meditate daily upon the universe of the all good. It's all good. All of it is good. Yes. Much love to you too. All of it is good. You know, so the infinite indwelling spirit, which we call God the Father, which I say however you reference it, you know, the unity, the universe, the universal love, the all, the everything, you know, however you reverence it, is trying to sense and feel this indwelling good as the active principle of our lives. The active principle of your life, which is the all good. That should be the active principle in your life each and every day. That is all good. No matter what is happening, it's all for my good. Because even in those obstacles, which I tell everyone, that is opportunity for your growth. That's the next stretching that you're about to go through. Because trust me, I have been stretched. I'm like Stretch Armstrong at this point. Trust and believe. I've been stretched, okay? Stretched. But each and every time I come out of that with this new sense of self-awareness, you know what I mean? Of what I'm capable of doing, what I can manifest, like my resilience, my strength, my willpower, my focus, my determination, you know? So it's like, yes, okay. Oh, I'm ready for the next one. So it says, this is why the mystics are talking about, taught that there are always two. For there is what we seem to be and what we really are. Okay, what seems, okay, seems to me is like that questioning word. You know, it's like, well, it seems like this is going to be a bad day. It seems like they don't really like me. It seems like seem is it's a question mark. That's not what you know. Because what I say to you guys, you got to know that you 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 know that all is well, and it's what? All good. Yes. So as we contact this higher principle of our own lives, which is perfect and complete, because you are perfect and you are complete, because you come from perfection. You come from completeness. And so again, our journey here is to discover that and to realize that again, that we are perfect and that we are complete. All we have to do is think it, you know, and move in that energy of your perfectness, of your perfection and your completeness. Yes, I love it. I get excited. Are you guys excited out there? Because I get excited, you know what I mean, when I get some more information, you know, knowledge, you know, I'm like, I get excited. Okay, so which is perfect and complete means needing nothing, wanting nothing, knowing everything, being happy and satisfied. And as we daily meditate upon this indwelling God, we shall acquire a greater mental equivalent. Yes? As we know that what? All good. It's all good. We will draw upon us the mental equivalent. You guys aren't excited about that? Get excited about that. Can I get some excitement out there? Because I'm excited for you guys, okay? It says, for those who have thought small thoughts all of their lives, a very good practice is to dwell upon the bigness of the universe. Stop thinking small. Stop being small. You're not small. And they're about to tell you why you're not small. And I want you guys to really sit back, because this is going to be one of them moments. It's going to be like, you right. He right. I never thought about it that way, because here it is. Think how many stars there are. Think how many stars there are. Think of how many fish there are in the seas, and how many grains of sand on the beach. Think of how big the ocean is, of the immensity of space, the bigness of everything, the grandeur of everything, Mechanically necessary, compel the mentality to cognize reality. Compel the consciousness to recognize the truth through pure reason, if no other conviction comes. Compel your consciousness to reason. Think about that. There's a vast amount of stars, vast amount of all types of different species in the sea. Look at us as humans. Look at what different shapes and sizes and thought process and cultures, you know what I mean, there are. Look at the animal kingdom. Look how much, look at the plants. There's just vastness all among us. The universe, God, the essence, the all is showing us that we are vast. We are many. Again, always saying, going back to what? We are unlimited beings with unlimited possibilities. We are surrounded by love. each and every new day. And that's you. That's you. You are vast. You are only as limited as you say you are. The law of correspondence only sends back to you what you have put out. And you get your reply back. So, compel your consciousness to recognize truth. Truth. Through pure reason. Through pure reason. Think, see, and feel activity. Radiate life. Feel that there is that within which is the center and circumference of the universe. The universe is the result of the self-contemplation of the essence, the energy, the all. Our lives are the results of our self-contemplations and are peopled with the personifications of our thoughts and ideas. Accept this without question, for it is true. It is true. And I'm like, let me check my time. Ooh, I'm getting good. I'm starting to like just feel it at this point. Nothing is real to us unless we make it real. Nothing is real to us unless we make it real. And that's what I was talking to you guys about last week as far as your past is concerned. It's only real when you bring it back to your reality. Ooh, that was good, right? That was good. That was good. It's only real when you bring it back to your reality, which is from your thoughts. Past only exists when you bring it back up. That's it. Don't exist otherwise. Nothing can touch us unless we let it touch us. Refuse to have feelings of hurt. How about I'm going to add some more stuff here. Refuse to have feelings of hurt. Refuse to have feelings of pain. Refuse to have feelings of jealousy. Refuse to have feelings of untrustworthy. Refuse to have any feelings that are of negative energy. Just refuse them. If they come up, again, recognize it, boom, but leave it alone. Replace it with something positive. Replace it constantly. I don't care if you got to do it 1,000 times a day. Keep on replacing, because that's how you reprogram and retrain the subconscious mind, okay? That's how you do it. That's how you reprogram. It's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. And I'm going to leave you with a quote. And please, write this down. Write this down. Look, and now I can't even find the quote. It's like, what was I going to say? Let me find it. I should have highlighted it, but I thought I was just going to come across it. Oh! Okay. Here we go. There is one limitless life which returns to the thinker what he thinks into it. 1, 1, 1. Align, 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 align. You are one. Be Saturn and be Jupiter on today. Shall I end it with the jingle? Shall I end it with the jingle? Act as though I am, and you will be. Act as though I am, and I will be. And on that jingle, conjunction, junction, what's your function? I'm still looking for someone to tell me where that jingle comes from. And they will get a gift out. Where does that jingle come from? Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Now, come on now. I know y'all have to know that one, so I'm waiting for somebody to comment. Where's that jingle from? While you guys contemplate that for a moment, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to shuffle the cards to see what is our self-mastery tool for this week. Angels, spirit guides, unity of love, be with us. What is our self-mastery tool for this week? Woo! Woo! Okay, you used to watch it on Saturday. What's the name of the show? What's the name of the show, sister? I'm like, shout out to my sister Mia. Love her, love her, love her. Another sister that is doing great things. She's another sister that's doing great things. All about her community and helping her sisters and brothers rise, to their greatness, Her and her son, Gary. Shout out to both of you. So what is our self-mastery tool for this week? What is our self-mastery tool for this week? Woo! Let's go. Pop a card. Let's go. Let's go. Pop a card. Let's go. Let's go. Pop a card. Let's go. Let's go. Self-mastery. I said self-mastery. Come on now. All the cards is getting all mixed up now. I'm like, ooh, okay. Ah, we're going to go with this one. Woo! Transformation. Yes! Woo! Schoolhouse Rock. Woo. Yes! Sister Mia got it. So, like, I will definitely be sending you your free gift, sister. Yes, indeed. Used to love Schoolhouse Rock. And what was one of the other good songs? The Bill song. Remember Bill? I'm just a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. When they told you about how to make a bill into a law, like, that was it. That was it for me. I'm telling you. I love Schoolhouse Rock. But let's get back to this transformation. And it reads, I'm feeling chills already. Write this down, guys. I move into that quiet stillness of the chrysalis. Ooh. Letting the agents of change work upon me deep within. Yes! Waiting patiently, doing the inner work until the moment comes to emerge triumphant. Ashe. What did I say? Ooh, look at that rhyme. Ashe. What did I say? It's all about that inner work. And that's what these last months has been out. All these shifts and all of these feelings you guys have been having. Because like I said, I've been going through it too. I've just been purging. I've had so many moments of just crying. I'm like, what is it in my little heart? What is it? But after it's over, you get this realization, and there's more self-awareness. And there's more of coming into your most authentic self, because you get to the point where you're like, I'm tired of being sad. I am tired of being depressed, because I try to explain to, many of the people that utilize, my counseling services, that you're depressed because your soul knows who you are, and your soul knows your gifts and your talents and what you are capable of doing. And when you do not do those things, you become depressed, because you're really suppressing your spirit. You're suppressing your gifts, and then your cells and everything else gets all messed up. They get depressed. And that's when what? Diseases come, which is dis-ease in the body. And the only way to do that is to do the inner work. And as I said, if you guys need help with that inner work, and you want to fast track your way to some transformation, call your sister. Because I'm letting you know that this life that I have experienced was not for me. And I realized that in all of these last 2 years, everything that I've experienced is so that when someone comes to me, I resonate with you. There's not too much that I have not experienced. You know what I mean? So that I'd be like, oh, you know what? This is happening to me. I'd be like, I understand. They'd be like, well, you know what? This, I've been through this. I'm like, yeah, me too. You'd be surprised. Exactly. Dis-ease, man. That's what it is. Dis-ease in the body. That's what people don't understand. That's all it is. Because we are made perfect and we are complete. We are perfect and we are complete. Disease does not exist in here, in this vessel that was created by love. It doesn't exist. We create these things by depressing ourselves, by putting these negative thoughts into our beings each and every day, which causes the energy that you cause blocks into your chakras. And people only think about the 7, but there's like over 100 actual chakras. But the 7 is the ones that most people like pay attention to. So they become blocked. And when these centers become blocked, that's when you create all this disease in the body. That's all it is. So transformation. I'm going to read it again for all those that's just joining in. Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings. I move into that quiet stillness of the chrysalis, letting the agents of change work upon me deep within, waiting patiently, doing the inner work until the moment comes to emerge triumphant. And that's when you transcend and you level up. Okay, you level up. Okay, when they like beam me up, Scotty, back in the day. Beam me up, Scotty. That's what this is what I spoke to my angels. I'm like, beam me up, level me up. What do I need to do to level up? I wasn't playing any games with myself. I was like, the time for playing is over. And that's what I'm saying to you, Soul Tribe. The time for playing is over. Hashtag change your mind, change your life. Hashtag get your mind right. Again, don't carry over your hurts and your pain and your trauma and your past over into 2021. You will do yourself a disservice, especially with all that we're going to have to, work through during this time. We got so many other like entities and agents and these soulless beings coming for us and coming at us. You don't need your own self coming at you too. You don't need your own mess that you refuse to face and clean up coming at you too. You got to be a aligned vessel for this spiritual battle that we are in right now with these soulless ones. You got to be ready. And the only way to be ready is to do that inner work, is to purge and cleanse yourself of all that to which you are still trying to hold on to. Your past is literally killing some of you. It is literally killing some of you. And some of you are holding on to it for dear life because you've gotten so used to having the pity pat party with yourself. You're so used to being like, well, no, this gives me a reason to be woe is me. This gives me a reason to not be my greatest self. This gives me a reason to continue to do the drugs and to drink and to kill myself with all of this toxic behavior, toxic foods, toxic thoughts. It gives you a fuel to do so. So you want to hold on to it for dear life. Let it go. It's time to clean house. Trust me, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to clean up my own house. Open up that closet and let all them bones fall all over me like, ooh, ooh. I was in there like, ah, 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 ah. And just when you thought the bones was over, there was some more falling out. So it's time. It's time. Head on over for your 3-finger consultation. Head on over. Ooh, almost forgot the power card. Ooh. My apologies. Let's choose this power card real quick. Power. What is our power for the week? Power. Power to adjust. And it reads, I am a spiritual seed, a tiny point of light linked to the Supreme. I go fully into my pure spiritual self and leave duality outside. Thus, all negativity dissolves. And again, when you leave the opposing forces, okay, when you leave the duality outside, you do this. You become one. You become aligned like this great conjunction that we are experiencing right now. When you say, oh, this is one me and this is another me, you're separating yourself. You're separating. It's not two different things. It's you. It's you. And this right here, we learn in Reiki is Gasho. This just brand. Most people think this is a praying hands, but no, this is ancient right here. And it means that you're bringing yourself back to center. Okay? You're bringing yourself back to center, remembering who you are. You can bring it to your heart space because you are love. You can bring it here to your crown, your pineal, because that is the all-knowing, the all-seeing. You give honor when you do this. And so when I greet people and I say peace and blessings, this is bringing me back to center, to understand that we are one. So when I do this to you guys, that's what it means to me, that we are one. We are one. Love you. Let's come together. That's what this is. Let's come together. Let's center ourselves and remember who we are. Remember who you are. You are perfect and you are complete. You are whole. You are oneness. You are love. And where there is love, there can be no fear. Because where there is fear, there is no love. Whew! That's it for today. Soul Tribe. Transform. Adjust. Leave that duality outside. Become one. Law of correspondence. What you put out, the reply has been coming back to you. Stop looking outside of you. It's no one else, it's you. It's all you. Can we take a deep breath just before we go? Let's take all that in. Let's take all that in. Let's take all that in. Oh, thank you so much, King. You know my heart get all, But let's take a deep breath and let's just breathe all that goodness in. Let's just breathe all of this oneness, this alignment in. We're going to take a deep breath and just hold it for like 2 seconds. And then when you exhale, just exhale a big and let it all out. So on the count of 3, we're going to inhale love. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2 seconds. And exhale big ha. Oh, I had to do a second one. But it's ending again. I get kind of sad when these sessions is over because I could just go on and on with you guys. I just, again, love to serve, put that energy out there. But let me do my spiel at the end. If you missed any portion of this session and any of the other sessions, you can head on over to my YouTube channel, Summer Solstice, SUMERSOULSTICE. And please like and subscribe for me, Soul Tribe. Please and thank you. And again, if you're looking for that 3-figure consultation and you're ready to let go of all that mess, head on over to my website, www.summersolstice.com. And you click on services, which is actually on the first page, and you'll see, and I'm doing, like I said, 50% off up until December 31st, so you don't carry that mess into 2021. And give back, all capital letters, is the code. I love you. I love you. I love you. I send you all love, peace, and light, and blessings. And don't forget your affirmations and to be grateful and to smile on today and each and every day. Peace, love, and light.